Hare Krishna. Welcome to Iskcon Vrindavan. My name is Champakalata Devi Dasi, and today we have with us our temple secretary, His Grace Dharmatma Prabhu, who has been serving here since many years and who has many responsibilities in the temple management. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for being with us today, for sparing some time out of your busy schedule for our interview. So the first question that we would like to ask you is, when and how did you join the International Society for Krishna Consciousness?
Actually, I was staying in Calcutta before I came to Vrindavan, and I stayed in Calcutta from 2001 to the beginning of 2006. And there my background was graphic designing, and I was studying there in Academy of Fine Arts. And then after that I did computer designing, and then I did some job there for some time, and then I came to Vrindavan. Actually, the reason that I came to Vrindavan, because I was totally disgusted with myself and different reasons. So therefore I chose to dedicate my life in Vrindavan. I knew something about Iskcon, but that time I was very desperate to come to Vrindavan, and therefore I came here. I contacted the Vrindavan management that time and Vaishnav Maharaj. So then I came and joined here. 2006 I arrived in Iskcon Vrindavan. It was 23rd of February 2006 at 9 o'clock at night.
So you actually joined in Vrindavan?
I joined in Vrindavan.
That's very interesting. Okay. So, and you remember the exact time also. Amazing. So you're here means now 14 years.
Yes.
Have been serving in Vrindavan the whole time.
Yes.
So what services were you doing before becoming the temple secretary?
Actually, according to the Iskcon rule, when someone joined newly, we do some menial services, like we go to Goshala, we perform some service there, then we came to Prabhupada house for some cleaning work. So we were doing those kind of things, some cleaning in the ashram, because that time I was staying in Vani ashram. So I was doing something there. And then in 2007, we had the temple president, Devamrita Prabhu, that time. Now His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj. So I became his secretary, 2007. So since then my services are continuing. And then in 2014, my additional services was in Prabhupada house. So along with the temple secretarial services, I'm doing Prabhupada house also.
So you started by cleaning Prabhupada house, and now you're actually managing the whole service in Prabhupada house. That is amazing. And it's a service which Prabhuji does very beautifully. Prabhupada house has become, much more beautiful and very nicely looked after since Prabhuji has also started doing that. The other question is that what does it really mean to be the temple secretary? What are the roles, what are the responsibilities which you have to do?
Temple secretaries, my main services are to decide the Bhagavatam speakers, the Kirtan schedule, but the main important services is the visa department, to take care of the visas for the foreigners, and then festival time and different times different services comes. So it's nothing decided.
No fixed, just whatever is required, everybody comes to you. So Dharmatma Prabhu is the go-to person to whom everybody goes whenever they need to get something done. And Prabhuji is very helpful and helps everyone out. So what are the challenges that you have to face? There might be devotees coming and maybe asking you or demanding too much.
Yes, it depends at different situation, what kind of situation is that. But more or less things are going on okay.
So what suggestion would you like to give to those who are watching us today about how to make advancement in their spiritual life?
Yes, actually, we have to see for the Vrindavan devotees, because I joined in Vrindavan, and we have to see that how much struggle Srila Prabhupada went through, and when we keep that as our focus, and the instructions, there are specific instructions that Srila Prabhupada gave, how we should live in Vrindavan, how we should make spiritual progress in Vrindavan, and how we should die in Vrindavan. Because as per Srila Prabhupada's guidance, Vrindavan is a place for renunciation. Prabhupada often quoted in his different lectures that Vrindavan is for the Goswamis, and we have to live in Vrindavan as per that standard, because we know how our 6 Goswamis, they lived in Vrindavan, and when we live in Vrindavan, we should make 6 Goswamis as our hero, that how they live in Vrindavan. And Srila Prabhupada also lived in Vrindavan like that, by following their instructions, because Srila Prabhupada was very careful, because when we stay in Vrindavan, there is lot of scope for deviation, because so many things are going on outside our temple. So Srila Prabhupada protected his disciples and his grand disciples like that, and because Srila Prabhupada always said that all the spiritual world, everything, Krishna Loka, everything is within the 4 walls of Krishna Balaram Mandir, and he gave us everything. And so if we follow that Prabhupada's standard, then our spiritual life will be very smooth, and it will be a very easy and a safe journey. So in order to progress in spiritual life, we have to keep in focus one thing, and that is we have to keep death in the forefront of our life, because in Vrindavan, by staying in Vrindavan, we witness many times from many devotees. They are coming from different parts of the world just to give up their body in the dham. So when we stay in the dham and we witness those kind of situation, that one devotee is leaving his body, and we think also that we all will live at one day, not today, not tomorrow, maybe sometime we all will live. So when we keep death in our forefront, then we will be always focusing that we have to progress in spiritual life, because before death comes, we have to be purified. We have to prepare ourselves for the final exam.
Yes.
So, yes, I just wanted to add.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.